Browns beat reporter Daryl Ryder talking about what he thinks Browns should do at the trade deadline, 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
I would try and add an offensive tackle and a wide receiver, and preferably a wide receiver that's more than 6 feet tall.
Okay, that's easier said than done. So, are there any names at all? Or are you just saying that that's where you'd want to go?
No,
I put you on the spot there, but
yeah, I just think that that's where the priorities should be, and you know, I don't think that the Browns need draft picks. They need players at this point. So it would be great if Andrew Berry could pull off another, Greg Newsome, Tyson Campbell type of trade and bring in a player that can come and help this football team out and get through the rest of this season. I'm not a fan of trading any of the offensive linemen, even the guys on expiring contracts. I just don't think that makes sense when you have young quarterbacks and you're already having offensive line problems as it is. And again, I think that they've got enough future assets. They need some guys that can come in and help them get through this season and help these young quarterbacks out.
Well, this comes from Adam Schefter earlier today. Browns likely to be more buyers than sellers. Browns do not sound inclined to trade David Njoku, but they've been calling around the league looking to add quality young players to their roster. So, Pete, again, if you would argue that they want a young tackle or a young wide receiver, you haven't been watching them. But there is one name that kind of has been floating out there that I've seen multiple times, Evan Neal. He's in his final year of a rookie deal. Didn't play well, without question. 4 starts at tackle for the New York Giants last year, and they've been struggling on the line. But those are the kind of, if you can get him for next to nothing, bring him in. See if he can play in this system.
Yeah. So to me, I think KT Leviston is essentially Evan Neal already, except it costs less. Evan Neal is 6'7", 350. I don't like the fit in the offense that they run. I don't think he's going to help you in that area of the game, and he struggled in pass protection, which is the thing they need most. And I don't know who you want to move off the roster to sort of facilitate that move. So, look, I understand the impulse, absolutely. I just don't know that Evan Neal is going to get you where you want to go. And if the Giants are willing to get rid of him, a team that is struggling on the line themselves, that tells you all you need to know. That's where I get very concerned with that type of move. And again, they need to find system fits. If they're going to continue with this system, which they should, then they've got to find guys that are going to fit the system. And, we're already dealing with this seemingly with Zach Center as a poor fit. I think Evan Neal is more the same in that. And again, I think KT Leviston is exactly what you have already, is a good fit for what they want to do, and is more or less the same as Evan Neal.
Is there anyone out there that you think fits, either wide receiver or offensive lineman?
No, it's really difficult to project because they want guys who are under control beyond this year. So you sort of have to look and try to find guys that fit along the lines of the Tyson Campbell trade. Tyson Campbell is a product of the Jaguars saying, this guy doesn't fit our system anymore, so we're happy to get rid of him and try to get something. So picking out guys that fit like that isn't necessarily easy. You're looking at teams that changed front offices, coaches, stuff like that, and just picking those guys out of a lineup is difficult. Beyond that, look, there is a heavy incentive for teams like you're watching the Philadelphia Eagles right now buy at the deadline. They have more of an incentive to pay more for some of these players because they're in a position to compete now. The Browns are going to be trying to find deals that make sense, but they're not going to overpay. And if there's a contest between two teams, the Browns probably aren't going to win. It's going to come down to deals that other teams aren't trying to make and make sense for the Browns. So I don't expect a whole lot of movement, but I didn't expect the Tyson Campbell trade or the KT Leviston trade either. So those are why those deals can be sneaky and effective, is you just don't see them coming.